friends, welcome back to Doodles and Drawings. Today we are going to be drawing a comic. It's going to be a pretty simple 4 panel comic, and it's just going to be quick and easy, nothing super crazy about it, but we're just going to introduce the idea of it. So the first thing we're going to do with our pencil is we are going to divide our paper into 4 sections. So we're just going to do a line across like this, and then a line down like that. And that's going to set up our comic. So we're going to divide that page really quickly. We're just going to use our marker real quick and divide it so we have a very distinct line where we know where we're going here. And like usual, my markering wasn't as perfect as my line was. That's all right. We'll delete. I'm not on a computer. There we go. We'll erase that. There we go. So now for a comic, now we've got 4 panels, and we can kind of set it up any way we want to. We can usually always start up here, and then what I usually do is go over like this. So it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's all sorts of different ways you could do it. And there's ways to indicate that too. You could have arrows to show which way you're going. You could have little numbers in the corner to show which panels are next. I'm going to do that real quick. I'm just going to draw a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, so we have a distinct order. And then from there, we're just going to get going. For this one, we're going to stick with characters I'm very comfortable drawing, but you can use, of course, right, any character you've got or any character you're very good at drawing. So we'll start off. We're going to use Elephant and Piggie for these ones. So we'll start off here. We're going to have we'll have Gerald. We're going to have his elephant's trunk. Have it go kind of more into the center here. Draw our Gerald. We drew him in the 2nd episode, and he's going to be yelling something. So we're going to have his mouth open here. We're going to draw his body. He's going to have his arms up because he's excited about something. And then there we go. We're going to do some details here. He's got those little elephant thumbs. There we go. There's Gerald. He's yelling. Something's going on. And we're going to leave some space for him to have like a talk bubble. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a talk bubble, which is usually just a little carrot, and then a circle coming out of it like that. We'll write the words in later. So there's Gerald. He's yelling for Piggie. Then in our next panel, we'll have Piggie come up. So for Piggie, remember, we start him with that. We're not going to show his whole body. Okay, he's like, what's going on? There's his nose. There's his mouth. Okay, you can see his little pigtail coming down here. And then for him, he's going to be yelling too. So we're going to do a different kind of talk bubble for him because he's worried now. If something's kind of like worried or actiony, you can have a talk bubble like that. And then we'll come back to Gerald. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw his face again. Love both of them in here this time. Okay, so they're having a conversation now. And so we can do a couple more talk bubbles here. And then for the final one, we got to do one more thing. So maybe we'll have them playing a game or something afterwards. So we'll have Gerald over here. There's his body. Big smile on his face. And then Piggy, go over here. Maybe they're playing catch. There's a whole story about them playing catch, so we'll do that. And we'll draw the ball there. He caught it. And there we go. And then for this one, we're going to do the patented double thing. They're saying the same thing, so they can share the same talk bubble. And there you go. Comics always have these kind of talk bubbles or instances where the dialogue is. So we're going to draw those into it because we're doing a comic book style. Now for the marking, we'll get our marker out. And we'll continue on with our lining. We're going to have to do a lot of lining on this one because we had to draw a lot of characters here. Remember, we had to draw Gerald multiple times. We had to draw Piggy multiple times. So it's always going to take a little bit longer to do our marking. And the pictures are going to be a little bit more fine and small, so you're going to have to leave yourself some space. And realize that it's not going to look perfect every time you do it. That's okay, though. If you're more of a perfectionist, you might want to try to find like a fine point marker. That might help with this situation here. Right? Because Gerald's eyes always look kind of messed up when I do it like this. Because my marker is not fine point. It is thick. Let's see if I have a fine point one here. Let's see. I thought I did. No. Talking like extra fine. Definitely do not. That's okay. Nope. Oh well, that's all right. There's like those really fine point markers you can get. Okay, start with panel for the second one. There we go. For Piggy's eyes, I'm just going to fill them in. I always fill in Piggy's eyes with the marker because they're going to be black anyway. Makes it a little bit easier for me. Okay, I gotta be careful with our zigzag talk bubble here. There we go. That's our second one. Head on down to number 3 here. We've got Gerald again. Okay. All right, and we got one more panel here, so we're going to do that one. All right, got Piggy's body here the last time. Got his whole head. There we go. Now something I do for comics, something I do, okay, is for the talk bubbles, instead of trying to write in with the pencil and then overline it, that doesn't always work out for me. It kind of looks weird. So instead, I write just with the marker. That's a personal preference that I choose to do, but that doesn't mean that you have to do it that way. So let's get going writing some dialogue. So for here, right, Gerald's got something important to say, so he's going to yell. Piggy! So there he goes. He's yelling. Piggy's like, what? Right? He doesn't know what's going on. Gerald says, will you play catch? Sure. And then they're playing together, so they're going to say, yay! There we go. So there's our dialogue. Pretty simple. And that way we can also avoid closing in the circular parts of letters, right? So it doesn't look kind of like blobby, like these kind of did a little bit. So they're going to be a little bit more circular, a little bit easier to do. Now we just got to do all the coloring. So I like to do all of one color at once. So we're going to start off by doing Gerald's gray. So we got our gray colored pencil here. And we're going to start coloring in all of our Geralds. I do them all at once. All the ones that I know are going to be there, right? So Gerald's going to be gray in every single one. He's not going to change. So we'll color him in each one. Now the cool thing about the comic style is that it allows you to draw a story rather easily. Which can be very helpful if you're trying to be a storyteller with your pictures. You can obviously do this in other ways too, but comic book style is a pretty solid way of doing it. There's one Gerald. We got another Gerald down here. So we'll color him in gray. We're going to avoid the mouth and the eyes because they're going to stay white with that one dot in the center. So we're not going to color them in gray. Go around. Here's an instance though where we can go over the lines, right? Because we know it's all going to be the same color, so it's fine if we go over the black lines here. You see, I'm clearly going over the lines. Not a big deal. There's one more, and then we got one more Gerald over here. We'll color in gray. Yeah, playing ball. As we all know, Gerald and Piggy love playing together, so this makes sense. Kind of hoping Mo Willems actually makes more Elephant and Piggy books. He's been moving on to other stuff, like he's been doing more pigeon stuff. Some other characters he's come up with. I wish he would go back to Elephant and Piggy because they're my faves. Now we're gonna do Piggy real quick. We've got plenty of piggies to color in, so we're gonna get our pink out. We're gonna do Piggy because Piggy's pink. Made Piggy a little bit big on this one. That's okay. There we go. Okay, we're going to color in the nose, but dodge the mouth because the mouth's going to be black as well. There's one piggy. Here's another piggy. Gonna get him nice and pink. Not in the mouth though. Mouth's gonna be black. Go around the mouth. Around the mouth. Do 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 do. Another pig character, Peppa Pig. Okay, this time his mouth's closed, so we don't have to worry about missing the mouth. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of colored in piggies and Geralds. So now we can focus on background details. I'm going to really quickly do his mouth and eyes real quick. There we go. Mouth, eyes, mouth, 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 eyeball. Perfect. Okay, so now we can start working on background stuff. So first of all, what color is our ball going to be? I like to think playground balls are usually red. That's how you always see them in cartoons. So I'm going to draw the ball in as red. There we go. That's the ball they're playing with. And then we can draw in maybe some grass because they're going to be out playing outside. So we're going to draw the grass they're standing on. We can go over our page markers here. And just for consistency, right, we'll keep it green down here because Piggy's running over. What's going on? Perfect. This time they're a little bit too high up. We can't see the grass, but we can see it down here, so we'll color that in. There we go. Got some grass. And then the sky is blue. Maybe what we'll do is we'll draw in some clouds over here. So we'll show we got a cloud up there. We can have a cloud coming out from behind this talk bubble. Okay, clouds are usually just little semicircles. I'm going to use a different color for the sky. This is more of like they call it an aqua green, so it's a little bit more greenish than bluish. Looks sky colored to me, so we'll go like that. Get some coloring in. Go around our talk bubble. Talk bubbles usually don't get colored in. They stay white. They can be colored in, though. Maybe we'll color in one or two of them for fun. All right, because we like having color on our pages. There we go. Nice bright blue sky. It might be hard to color in so close to these big talk bubbles with all their things, so you can just get as close as you can. Not a big deal if you get it all in there. Not going to color in the cloud. We're going to keep that white. A little difficult here. I'm going to hold my paper down because it's curling up a little bit. There we go. That's what we got two hands for, right? You got to hold down the paper. There we go. Those are looking pretty good. Let's see here. I'll keep going over here. Got the background. I'm not going to use as much color as we normally would. That's okay though. Trying to tell a story, keep the setting consistent, right? Unless they leave and go somewhere else. So if you're traveling a lot in your story, then yeah, you can change up the colors a little bit, but we're going to stay consistent. But that's just, once again, my personal preference, right? We're drawing how we want to draw. So if you want the sky to change colors, then you'd make that sky change colors. Your prerogative, which means your choice. There we go, and then we'll keep going on this side. Some more blue. Not color on the cloud. Come over on this side, get the sky, the edge of the paper. Hold it down so it's not popping up on me. Silly paper. And there we have it. We've got a comic. We've got a story of Elephant and Piggie. Piggie and Gerald hanging out, playing catch. So this is how we do comic style drawings. I divide my page and go from there. You can also, of course, do full panels, which means you do the whole page as one of these panels, and you can do more of them. And you can make cool stories this way. If you want to do more comic style drawings, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you want to see. Otherwise, we're going to move on, and next time we're going to go back to learning about bubble letters, but we're going to be doing numbers and symbols. After that, we'll be done learning about those sorts of things, and we'll be moving on to more characters. Thanks so much for watching Doodles and Drawings, and we'll see you next time for some more fun. Bye, friends.